Welcome! Now I wanted to bring a completely different project to you as my next one, something that is very dear to my heart. However, I just had a little accident with my 3D printer. I had a couple of misprinted elements, and when I tried to remove them to start the printing anew, this happened. The FAP, the see-through film layer, broke. This is entirely my fault for not changing it regularly. I should have noticed the signs that it's nearing its end, but here we are. I ordered some replacements from Anycubic, but until they arrive, I took out a garage kit from my shelf and I was ready to paint that instead. This is, as usual, a garage kit from the site e2046.com and depicts a Star Wars character from way back then.
Before the dark times, before the Empire.
Okay, not before Disney, more like before the prequels. She is a character named Mara Jade, well known and for some odd reason beloved from Timothy Zahn's original novels, the Tron trilogy, which I always hated, by the way, but not more than I hated the character itself. I hated Mara Jade with passion. She embodied the Mary Sue in Star Wars before we really got to see it in the canon later. Her hateful, obnoxious, know-it-all demeanor made her so unlikable for me that I never wanted to have anything to do with her, like ever. She was, of course, a powerful dark side user, an agent of Palpatine with whom Luke falls in love and marries, because of course he does. Then came Disney, of course, and the sequels, and I initially was very excited because I hoped for something else, a different kind of future for Luke. Someone who is not disrespecting him and bitching around all the time, you know, a worthy companion with whom he could grow older, maybe have kids, start the Jedi Order anew, and learn about the mysteries of the Force. But we all know how that turned out, don't we? So when I saw that E2046 has this garage kit of Mara Jade, I felt nothing. The figure itself was put together decently. I just felt no connection to the character. If you're longer here on the channel, you might know that I only collect and paint figures from characters or series that I really truly love because they have a meaning for me, a childhood memory. But I have no such fond memories of Mara Jade at all. But the figure was on sale and I thought maybe I could buy it and customize it to be a different character, maybe to make a sexy layer from it or something, so I bought it. Here we are. I had a couple of problems with the figure, which is very unusual for E2046, at least for me. I mean, the customer service has always been kind to me, and even though some of my recent packages arrived heavily damaged, it was always the fault of the local postal service, and the figures themselves were always unharmed. This time though, things were odd. I think my main issue was that although the part list copies show that there is a base included, there was none in the box. Also, they added 2 lightsabers for whatever reason and 2 variants for the cap/collar, which initially caused me some confusion on how to assemble the figure. hair was especially problematic because when I assembled the head later, somehow a huge gap appeared between the hair strands.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
And it looked horrible and unnatural. And I was freaking out because everything was already glued together and I had to come up with a plan to fill the gap seamlessly. I also had to break off a hair strand because despite being in its place according to the assembly guide, it made it impossible to attach the head to the torso. It was simply just in the way. I had to smooth that one out too, and I can't say it looks perfect, but it is what it is. I also cut off part of the belt because there was no way I could attach it to the blaster holster. The resin was too hard and it was just not bending like that. I wasn't particularly fond of the eye decals either. They look weird, as if she was cross-eyed or something. I painted the irises over with my teal color I got for Sailor Neptune. That was the closest I had, and I added a highlight so that it doesn't look lifeless anymore. Pulling the belt over the torso was also a challenge, as well as putting the lightsaber into her hand. Both processes scratched off some previously finished colors on the surface, so I had to go back and correct them. I felt the character was still haunting me, and that this is my punishment for hating Mara Jade this much. So of course I hated her even more.
Good. I can feel your anger.
Okay, I will stop now with the Star Wars cutaway jokes before Disney strikes my channel. Anyway, since the base was missing, I used one that I printed earlier. I will link to the file in the description down below. I kinda use this kit to try out new things. For instance, this is the first kit I intentionally tried using my airbrushes. I have two, by the way, one by Fine Art with a regular sized compressor and another with a small portable and chargeable one. I have to say, I hated every moment of it, and I totally gave up on the whole airbrushing thing after the base coat. Not only was everything a mess, with paint spilling all over my desk, even with proper thinning, I managed to clog the airbrushes at least 5 times during a 30-minute painting session. Cleaning them is a nightmare, especially the Fine Art one, and I really felt it's not worth the effort or anxiety. Once the parts dried, I switched back to my simple brushes, and listen, I know it looks less professional, but at least I'm comfortable like this. If it takes more time, then it takes more time. Is it harder to paint the figures without patches or streaks? Yes, but it spares me so much anger. This was also the first time I tried to use magnets to attach several bigger parts to each other, like the limbs to the torso or the knee pads. I can't say it felt revolutionary. It took so much time and drilling to make place for the magnets inside the parts that it really felt counterproductive compared to just simply gluing them. This was also kind of the first time I tried to use some sort of shading. I did Vallejo blue wash on the boots and the jumpsuit, and chalk on the cape. With some fine brush strokes, I think I did sort of a good job on the skin and on the leather parts of the costume. From afar, it really looks like real weathered leather. I also did some dry brushing on the blaster and the goggles. As much anger and anxiety the whole process caused me, I think it's safe to say that I'm satisfied with the result. I ended up painting Mara and not making the figure into some other character. It's not like I care for her, just like I don't have any connection to Jaina Solo either. She is an older paint of mine. I will link her video in the corner for you if you have not seen it yet. I like the concept of Star Wars character in anime style, so I'm hoping more figures like this will be released in future. This is the final result. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching it. I hope to see you soon with another figure painting, and later when I fixed my printer, I will start that other project too. It will be very exciting. Bye everyone.